Hello everyone, I am Batu, a process software specialist from American Workflows. Today, we are diving deep into the Acumatica P3M AI Manufacturing Edition, the one-stop solution that's transforming the manufacturing landscape. Let's get started. Acumatica P3M platform offers a modular approach, allowing you to choose from a range of features including energy management, visualization and alarms, machine health, and much more. We can tailor the platform to your specific needs and unlock exceptional efficiency in your manufacturing process. All right, let's walk through our setup. As you can see, we have created a few factories, each with their designated areas. And within these areas, we establish several production lines that receive real-time sensor data. As you can see here, we can see each production line with the area name, the factory name. If you want to see in more detail, we can go into it. We can see the organization name, again, with the factory and area name, the name of the production line, and we can also see the manufacturing time for the specific production line is under discrete. And if you want to, we can see the image of the specific production line as well. Next, we have the section. Inside the production line, we also have the sections. Moving on to the assets. Under here, we can see all of our assets with the asset name. We can see the inside this area, inside this factory, and their status. Sometimes offline, sometimes calibrating, right? And if you want to add a brand new asset, we can simply click on plus on add, and we're going to be putting our asset name. Then we're going to be choosing our area. Is it going to be an area or a section, right? Then we're going to be, after choosing the area, we're going to have to choose in which area. Is it going to be logistic or boiler section or packaging section? Lastly, we're going to have to set up our auto detection, auto subdetection, and auto subdetection in minutes. So I'm going to leave this as default. And once I'm all done, I can click on finish, and that will update my assets. And that's how we can add a brand new assets. Moving on to the parts, we can see all our parts, again, with the types. We have, for example, pump or AC motor. We have shaft, as you can see, we have belt drive with their image, of course, as you can see here. Next to parts, we have placements. What are placements, right? Placements are the sensor placements. Here, we can see the sensor placements. For example, this one, you can see inside here, we have a sensor, that's a particular image. Under that, we can see the name of organization name, factory name, area name, the asset name, and so on. Next to placements, we have the sensors. So we can see all our sensors in one place. So let's click on the specific sensor, for example. Let's click on the image. So this is an example of our one of our vibration sensors, right? So let's exit here. Under that, we can see the information such as the placement name is in the drive end. We can also see the data types. So this specific sensor is getting the data from vibration and temperature. Below that, you can see the state of the sensor as well. You can see this specific sensor first started recording back in 2022, and the latest record is in a couple months ago in May. You can also see the battery level for the specific sensor as well. And if you want to change the specific sensor's placement, we can do that through here under move the placement. The only thing we're going to have to do is we're going to have to choose a new placement for the sensor, and also click on the new placement and click on move. That will update our placement of the sensor. Lastly, for the dashboard, we have the gateways. You can see all our gateway, all our gateways in here with their states. Some of them are online, some of them are offline, and you can see in which area they are as well. Now let's move to our dashboard modules. As you can see, we have OEE, energy, machine health, maintenance, and course analytics, right? First, let's start with machine health. Then we're going to be going to machine health and anomaly detection. Here, we can monitor the health of your machines to prevent downtime and extend the life of our assets. It's a crucial part of our proactive maintenance strategy. So let me summarize how machine health works. So we have steps. Our first steps will be the AI will send warnings when machine degrades in health. And those warnings are coming from these orange bubbles here, as you can see, right? We have green, we have orange. Sometimes we even have red on the, on the below here, but at this time we don't. So when this orange bubble appears, this is a notification from the AI that that specific machine is degrading in health. And the second step will be the AI will trigger an automatic work order for that specific problem. And when the work order is completed, the technician will check the alarms and its faults. And our last steps will be the machine will run again, basically, and the future breakdown will be avoided. So that's how basically how our machine health works. So let's go back to the dashboard. On the top, we can see the health graph of this specific electric motor. As you can see, is in a good shape. It's with this white line. Below that, let's talk about again with the analog detection. Again, sometimes are green, sometimes are orange. The orange means again, this specific machine is degrading in the health, so it will sending a trigger automatic work order. Below that, we have the RMS for this electric motor, and we can also see the temperature for the specific motor as well. And this basically covers all the machine health. Next, let's move on to the maintenance, our maintenance planner. Let's go to work orders. Here, as you can see, we can see all our work orders in one place. For example, we have the lubrication plan for pump, for example, or lubrication plan for HVAC systems. So let's click on one, for example, this one. So we can see the name of the work order here, and as you can see, the current status is pending, right? Below that, we have the description for this work order. It says that ensure the proper lubrication of pump, components to enhance performance, reduce wear, and so on. And you can see the start and end time for this specific work order. And on the right, we have the actions. So what are actions? Actions are the work steps that you're going to be taking in that specific work order. Okay. And if you want to add a brand new work order, we can always click on plus work order. All we're going to have to put is the name of that work order. We can also have assignees here. We can select assignees. We can add a description for the work order. We can gonna have to add a plan and plan start time and expected end time, and actions. And actions were the the work steps. And once I'm all done, I can click on you're gonna have to do a couple more steps, such as we're gonna have to define the work order entity. Then we're gonna have to define the work order category. And last steps will be the attachment, if there is any, for that specific work order. And once I'm all done filling all these 4 steps, we can click on finish, and that will update my work order on my planner. Now let's go back to the dashboard. Let's go to maintenance, and let's go to work order overview. So under work order overview, you can see all the work orders that are currently pending on the left. Currently, they are in progress in the middle. And on the far right, that we can see all the work orders that been finished in last 3 months. Again, we have the option to click on each work order. We can see the name, we can see the start, end time, and actions here as well. Now let's move to OEE. First, we have the packaging line timeline comparison. Here we can see the timeline of the packaging line. As you can see, the yellow means there was a sensor malfunction, and the pink means there's a feeder problem. The blue is like a gearbox breakdown. You can also see the timeline here as well, and with their color identifications. Now let's move to the packaging line OEE overview. Under here, we can see the OEE in processing line. As you can see, they are an acceptable level. We can also see our OEE availability in processing line with OEE performance, with OEE quality. And we have a graph, we have a line chart here as well. It shows the last 7 days of end of line, and it shows the last 7 days in scrap here as well. We also have the packaging line in full overview. So under full overview, we see pretty much everything under this production. So, we can see our OEE levels, we can see the time of the packaging line, we can see the packaging line in Pareto. So, for example, that was 3 occurrences in machine failure, for example, and that was 1 occurrences in reduced seal, 1 occurrences in reduced speed, and so on, right? We can also see our work orders in here as well. And we can also see our energy usage that I'm going to be talking about a little later here too. Lastly, I want to talk about our event logs. So let's go there. Again, on the top, we can see the timeline of this specific packaging line. And below that, we have the event logs for packaging line. So whatever we do, if there is any problem or setup or any adjustments, or if the machine is running, you can see all our logs under here, with the name of the packaging line and with the date and time. We can also do this by inputting manually. As you can see, we have option to enter manually, such as if there is any machine failure, we can click on plus event, and we can confirm the log event, right? This same concept goes with every other ID here that you see: setup adjustments, idling and minor stop, reduce speed, and so on. Now let's talk about energy. First, we have the energy overview. Here, as you can see, we can see the power consumption in the packaging line in 60 minutes for this specific machine, which is machine 1. We can see energy consumption in 60 minutes. We can see the total CO2 emission in 60 minutes as well. Below that, it's the same machine, it's machine 1, but instead of having 60 minutes, it's 7 days. So in 7 days, we can see the energy consumption is this total, and we can also see the CO2 emission for 7 days total here as well. Now let's move on to the energy 5 machines. So this is the same concept, but instead of seeing only machine 1, we can see all 5 machines in one place. So let's go with machine 1 again. So for machine 1, we can see the total energy consumption, and we also have a line chart and graph chart that's showing power consumptions. And this same concept goes with every other machine here, with machine 2, machine 3, machine 4, and machine 5. Lastly, under energy, I want to talk about energy production versus standby time. As you can see on the top, we can see the energy pie chart. We can see the machines, that how long the machines were running, right? It's been running for 3 days, 2 hours, 5 minutes, for example. How long they've been in the standby? They've been in standby for 4 hours. How long they've been shut down? They've been shut down for 25 minutes. You can also see the energy consumption, total energy consumption, and total CO2 emission here as well. And below that, we have the graph for the packaging line as here too. And that covers the whole Acumatica P3M overview. Thank you.